It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Chris Paul is still searching for his first title. He came close in Houston, but was traded, and by some was written off as over the hill. CP said, "I control what I can. That's preparing to play every night. Doesn't matter how successful my season was or wasn't, I'm always going to strive and push myself." Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, DA. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You take a look at the Suns. They're still riding with the middle of the pack, but trending upward.
And Houston, give them credit. They've stuck to their plan here early on, playing their brand of basketball. They're showing everyone they have the potential to be even better.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Paul out there with Booker, and it's Nader in at the 3 slot. And for the Rockets, Kelly Olynyk is out there with Christian Wood. Then it's Exum, then it's Porter, and it's Wall in at point guard. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
Kev, it's always a great feeling to come out strong, but it is hard to maintain that consistency.
Yeah,
the teams that do, you know, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strengths.
Why is consistency so hard?
You know, because you're not playing against yourself, and we're human. And Kevin, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days, and that's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. But you grind, right? You just try to keep grinding.
You got to do it.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now, so solid numbers in that department.
And, guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe
two.
not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
That's good from Exum. Exum hits them both. Here's Nader. 11-point game his last outing. Ball outside. We're about 1 minute into the first. Just 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Houston. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
Now here's Exum. Devin Booker missing his last shot, and stolen by Booker. Passes it to Nader. Now here's Booker. Connects from three-point range.
And really, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove. And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path. You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Olynyk. Houston moving the ball around. Wood kicks to Wall. Over Ayton. Wood. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Saric. And we know the story, Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
And yes, it's good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Rockets trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. The Rockets 4th.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Wall against Paul to end the run. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
The shot by Nader, no good. Here's Wood. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. Wall looking for an opening. It's stolen by Sharch. And there's the pass to Nader. Paul, right side. Off target from outside. And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for the Rockets. It's a 5-point game. And Wall with the slam.
And always a bonus to have a point guard who can dunk the basketball. Wall has great initiative when it comes to rising up and throwing it down.
And Ayton throws it down.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
And here's Wall. And he also played a big role in that last game with Detroit. Throws it up high.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Paul outside. Oh, Ayton in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Count it, good.
Well, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board, because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
Booker with it. He's coming off a 28-point game against Miami. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for him.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
Now here's Wall, a big-time producer. Currently, he's averaging 25 points a game. Over Sharch. The Rockets with the new 14. And that one drops for him. Woods got his second basket of the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Paul for 3. Rebounded by Exum.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
The Rockets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up. Crowder, he's checked in for the Suns. Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. Here's Booker. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Ayton kicks to Paul. Goes up at the stripe. That shot off the mark. And Houston the other way.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And it's Devin Booker with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Paul. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Wall passes to Exum. There's the feed to Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Booker's got 5 now. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Timeout called, the Rockets. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there are so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Houston making some changes. Daniel House has checked in for Christian Wood. Gerald Green comes in for Kevin Porter. And Gordon subbed in for Exum. And then for Phoenix, Jones checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Smith comes in for Saric. And Moore subbed in for Paul. Now here's Gordon. 9-point game his last outing. Now here's Booker. From deep, Moore. Wall with some nice defense. To the paint. Here is House, covered by Smith. The shot by House is no good. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Shot by Crowder, no good. The Rockets trail. Inside. And Olynyk kicks the wall. Gordon against Moore. Lets it fly from 18. And it's Gordon missing. Phoenix has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
Such an active shooter. Love how Booker gets defenders to try and be physical with him.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And I like the fact, guys, that those numbers have gone up since last season. I mean, he said free throw shooting was an area he was looking to improve, and he has.
Free throw good, Booker.
An accurate shooter from all areas of the floor. Booker has the confidence needed to dominate on offense.
David Nwaba is checked in for the Rockets. Both free throws good from Booker.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Moore against Gordon. Not going to go that time. Good D by Jones. Suns leading by 3. Booker the pass to Crowder. Here's Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And so here is Houston following the score by Phoenix. And here's Wall outside. Jay Crowder pulls it in.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Swiped away. To end the cold streak. And it's Mwaba missing. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Phoenix Suns. Leading by 5. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
First one falls for him. Houston making a switch here. McLemore is checked in. Both free throws good from Booker. Rockets trail by 7. Outside, Wall. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Devin Booker.
What a great finish there from Wall. It's clear he doesn't fear anyone when he's looking to score.
The Rockets have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Booker. And that one falls for Wall. Phoenix leading by 4. Moore outside. Outside Crowder. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. And it's Houston on the break. McLemore with the ball. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Wall's got 12.
Not lacking any confidence. When the ball hits Wall's hands, he is ready to let it fly.
Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And the slam dunk by Wall.
Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. Mikal Bridges checked in for Crowder.
One shot.
That one misses for Wall. The Suns leading. Bridges kicks to Moore. Back to Bridges. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And here are the Suns now. Now Moore. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 4 on the shot clock. The three-pointer, no good. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And they take the lead. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Moore passes to Smith. Outside, Jones. 50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Craig. Goes back up. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
The Suns shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And that one falls for Jones. 44 seconds left to play here in the first. Moore against Wall. From deep, McLemore. And Jones pulls it down.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And they'll keep possession. And he recovers it. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They trail by 1. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
The Rockets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And McLemore drops them both.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
With 2 seconds left, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Phoenix shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, guys, I'd have to credit the work they've put in at the free throw line to practice this season. I mean, because they have noticeably improved since a year ago.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some levity to the game. Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Houston, we've got Wall, also McLemore out there, and it's House in at the center position. Now here's McLemore outside. Phoenix grabs the miss. To the middle. Johnson down low. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
And they get it back. And it's Mwaba missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Rockets have gone 0 of 4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. And here's Wall outside. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Moore passes to Johnson. Here's Bridges. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Moore. He can't get that one. The Rockets go the other way with it. Green inside the three-point line, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. Jones has got 7 rebounds in the game. For 3, Bridges. The Rockets pull it in. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. McLemore inside the line, and it's good off the back rim and in. Now it's a 4-point Rocket lead. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things, never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Houston making some changes. Christian Woods checked in for Daniel House. Porter comes in for Green, and it's Dante Exum in for John Wall. For the Suns, Ayton, he's checked in for Jones. Sharich comes in for Johnson, and Paul subbed in for Ejuan Moore. Now here's Sharich, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Paul can't get it to go. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. There's McLemore, and the layup is good. McLemore's got the lead up to 6 now for the Rockets.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Paul passes to Sharich. So the run, offensive rebound. Ayton shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
An absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls.
Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre.